Welcome to the video. We're going to talk about vasectomies today. This is also going to be on the Durianrider podcast. Just type in Durianrider podcast into any of your favorite podcasts. And if you're listening to the podcast, thanks for the support. Leave us a review, positive or negative, ideally positive. Just helps people get the message out there, and that serves you. You get to meet people who are like-minded. All right, so look at how many people I've matched up over the last 12 years of YouTube. It's a lot. All right, so leave a comment down below. Let people find you. If you want to meet like-minded people in the planet, then a great way is to leave comments or like stuff, or people. Oh, you like Durianrider? I like Durianrider too. I hate Durianrider. Hey, I hate him too. Yeah. Then hey, maybe the two haters come together because of me. Lovers come together because of me. So if you hate it or love it, it's all good. Leave a comment down below. Help people find you. Yeah. Vasectomy. I had a vasectomy in 2005. We've got a question here from Natasha's coaching group, from getfitnatasha.com. The girls, ask a lot of questions to me and Natasha, etc. One girl, she's pregnant again, and it happens, doesn't it? It does happen pretty easily. All it takes is just one little sperm cell, boom, it's going in. So this lady's pregnant. This woman's pregnant, and she's had 3 abortions already. Now people are like, 3 abortions. And they might judge that, man. I know people have had a lot more than that, and it's not a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, it is. Abortions ain't fun. This video is going to really piss some people off, all right? And that's good, because it's going to get you thinking, all right? So listen up. If you're a man or a woman, most of you are going to be offended by this video, because it's a lot of truth speaking, all right? Listen up. And so this lady's had these abortions, and now she's pregnant again, because her boyfriend apparently said he was sterile. Of all the excuses I've heard to not use contraception, oh babe, so I'm sterile. No, I'm on steroids. I'm sterile. Hey, like if I take enough anantha, no, it's all good, babe. Or pull out method, yeah, pull out's all good. Like, oh, the condoms don't break, do they? Like, it's so easy to get pregnant. All right, so I always am a big fan of treat the cause versus a symptom. I'm pro-abortion. A woman's body, her choice. Again, it's means choice as well. Like if you're sticking it in and you ain't got a vasectomy, then your choice is you got to do what she says, because she's going to keep the baby or not, and you don't really have much say in that. That's just how it is. Should the man have the say? Yeah, but you should also have a vasectomy, because that's going to have more weight. Well, I don't really want to have kids, and I've had a vasectomy, so you know what I mean? That's more fair. Like, well, I didn't really want to have kids. I didn't have a vasectomy because I couldn't be asked. It's crazy talk, man. It's crazy talk, which is a lot of people will think this video is crazy talk. Durianrider, you're going crazy. You're at 3% body fat. You got no fat left on the bottom of your feet, and now you're talking about this stuff. This is just truth, all right? I've had so many friends get vasectomies. So I'm pro-vasectomy. I'm pro-abortion. I'm pro having less kids, no kids. I'm pro-Mother Earth. I'm pro making the world a better and easier place for everyone, and the more people on the planet doesn't make it easier at all. I mean, I'm in Adelaide, Australia. I live in absolute paradise. Adelaide, Australia is absolute paradise in the Western world. Super low pollution, super low crime rate. We still have the meth and ice epidemic, and it's super violent out there. If you're a pedestrian or car driver or cyclist, it's super violent. But compared to other places in the world in the West, as a city, it's absolute paradise. Now, the reason why it's gotten more chaotic here is more people, more stress, more competition, more financial pressure, which carries on to PTSD and violence and drug issues, and just damaged people damaging others, and the cycle doesn't stop. The less people, the less hassles. The more people, the more hassles, because there's pressure, etc., and PTSD ramifications, and then the drugs, and then it's the side effects and the come downs, and etc., etc. Big fan here. Put my hands up. Big fan over here. Treat the symptom if you want to ignore the cause. I'm a big fan over here. I said the wrong thing. I was trying to be smart. I'm a big fan over here. Treat the cause versus address the symptom. All right. People out there are like addressing the symptom, ignoring the cause. Put your hand up if that's what you've done in your life. I've done that before back in the day. And my life changed when I started addressing the cause. Once the symptom came up, like, hang on, well, there's a symptom on it, like, let's address the cause. They say you have 2 lives. The first life ends when you realize that you can treat the cause versus address the symptom. That's when your second life starts. Yeah. It is just crazy out there how hard it is to get a vasectomy. You know, there's so much resistance, and the doctors are, oh, you're too young. Oh, I have more kids. Oh, la 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 la. People out there talk about like there's some new world order conspiracy of like depopulation. No, there's not. No, there's not. If there was, Bill Gates, etc., Bill Gates and co. would be handing out vasectomies, paying people to get vasectomies. There's no depopulation. If anything, it's a population agenda. If people want to be all conspiracy theorists or whatever, you know, which I don't really buy into personally. I buy into what's going on actually out there versus assumptions and stuff like that. Look, open your eyes, travel the world. There's not a depopulation thing going on, all right? People are like, oh, soy's really bad. And it's like, man, the most populated countries eat the most soy and rice and sugar and fruit, all right? They do. If you don't believe me, go to China. go to the Beijing subway if you think soy is depopulating the earth. No, it's not. Even Joe Rogan injects soy when he injects his testosterone every week. That's just how it is, which is fine, but the misinformation out there is rampant. So yeah, vasectomy is really, really hard to get. We've gone off to some tangents here. I hope you're still with us, but if your man won't get a vasectomy for you, and he knows about a vasectomy, he's had like a week or so to think about it, do some homework about it, maybe find someone who's had a vasectomy for the last 10 or 20 years and who's loving it, me over here, he's had a week to think about it. He's like, no, I don't want to do it. He's just not that into you. He's just not that into you at all. 100%. And this comes from a man here. I'm 43, had a vasectomy, had long-term relationships, had hookups, done it all, threesomes, blah, blah, blah. Been around the block, been around the world on my bike many times. If your man won't get a vasectomy in 2021, with all the information out there, all the access and the testimonials, etc., he just ain't that into you. There's no man on the planet, no straight man who's into his girl. I know this is going to offend a lot of women out there. This is the truth. The truth will piss you off. It's going to set you free. There's no straight man out there who's not using his woman for a beard. If you don't know what that is, Google it up. He's not using his woman for anything, money or whatever. He's really down for his woman. He cares about her. He loves her. He wants her safe and protected, just like any real man should. If he won't get a vasectomy for you, if he wants you to do pull-out method and have that anxiety and the abortion risk and all that, well, that comes with pull-out or whatever, he's just using you for sex, nothing more. He's not that into you. And you could be replaced like that. Now, some people, well, I won't find another guy. Like, do you want to be with the guy who just sees you as a piece of meat, as just a cum bucket? Because that's all you are to him, 100%. And I'm speaking from experience here, you know. And it doesn't make it a bad thing. But if you're, and that's totally fine. People are like, well, I'm just seeing him for a bit of veggie sausage. You know, I'm just using him for sex. He's using him for sex. It's okay. It's mutual. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying if you're in a relationship with someone, you're committing to them. You know what I mean? You're missing out on things in your life maybe because you're committed to them. That's a different story. So you're making all this commitment and sacrifice, and he's a bit like, He's just not that into you. So why are you that into him? All right? Simple as that. It's not about will he put a ring on it. Anyone can put a ring on a girl, you know. But getting a vasectomy, whoa. Now you're talking. You know. That's a big difference. A lot of guys are like, whoa, I don't like it that much. Like, I like this. We like banging and stuff, but I don't like it that much, man. I ain't gonna vasectomy for her. No. You know, so if that's the situation you're in, that's clarity, that's power, that's where you want to be. I love clarity in life. It just, there's nothing more appealing to me than the absolute truth. Absolute truth. Asking someone, do you find me attractive? No, I don't. Oof, okay, thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that versus lying to me, oh yeah, you're pretty cool, yeah. And you're, oh wow, you know what I mean? Or, is this the right way to this destination? No, it's not, dude. You're going the wrong way. Oh, thank you very much. You've saved me so much time, minutes, hours, kilometers, days, years. I got to go back that way. Yeah, you go back that way? Cool. Thank you very much for your honesty. Versus, no, yeah, keep going, buddy. Off the cliff. Clarity is power. You know, truth. Now, a lot of women don't want truth because they want their feelings protected, and that's fine. That's the feminine way. A lot of men can't handle the truth because they're very feminine men. And they're like, oh, the truth's too confronting. And that's fine. But it's not going to let you live your best life. All right? So I'm a huge fan of the truth. Now, sometimes I do lie. to help people, some people's feelings. But I will never lie to you, my audience, etc., if it's going to hurt your life direction. All right. I might, if someone says, "Oh, you know, do I look good in this shirt?" I'll be like, "Yeah, you do," because they're not ready to handle the truth or whatever. But if someone says, "Hey, Harley, I'm going to invest 50 grand in this. What do you think?" Or, "I'm going to spend my life with this person or dedicate myself to this person. What do you think?" I'll be like, "Dude, big mistake. Don't do that." Or, "Yeah, no, do that." You know, I'm not going to bullshit you. Okay. So something like a vasectomy or whatever, no bullshit here. When it comes to nutrition or lifestyle advice, just straight up spitting facts. And people love it or hate it, whatever. It's the truth's the truth. And it's not my truth, it's just the truth. Just like if I go outside today with no shirt, it's a beautiful sunny day here in Adelaide with no sun protection, I'm going to get burnt. That's not my opinion. That's the absolute truth. That's just how it is. If you have a guy who won't get a vasectomy for you and he's educated on the topic and you've explained to him in a nice manner and just say, "It's really important to me," and he won't do it, he's just not that into you. Okay, he's just not that into you. Now, how do you ask your man to have a vasectomy? Just say, "Hey, babe, really enjoy the sex, or I'd enjoy the sex a lot more. I just don't want to have kids or more kids, or I don't, I ain't feeling this. How about let's get a vasectomy? Let's book into a doctor snip. I've done a bit of homework about it. Hey, let's have a bit of a read. What do you think about it?" And we're like, "Wow," and you say it in a nice way, like a sexy way. Like, "Hey, it'd be so much more fun, spontaneous vasectomy sex life." You'd be like, "Yeah," you sell it to him. And if you've sold it to him and they're still not buying, he's just not that into you. Simple as that. All right? Simple as that. He's just not that into you. He's just not that into you. How much is it going to take for him to tell you that? He's just not that into you. It's just not. He's just not that into you. And I know this from first-hand experience. I know guys who absolutely were like, "I am not getting a vasectomy," just laughing about it. Just no. And the girls heard about it like, "Yeah, vasectomy. You're getting one." And he's like, no. She's like, "Well, we're not having sex anymore then, And he goes, "Oh, no. I'm getting a vasectomy then." You know what I mean? The woman has the pussy. If you have the pussy, you have the power. And if your pussy has no power, he just ain't that into you. Simple as that. He's just using you for sex. And that's fine if it's a hookup. But do you really want to risk yourself and abortions and that for some dude who doesn't respect you? There's a big difference between respect, like, this is how men respect women. They'll do things for you. They'll care about your safety. That's a sign of respect. How do you know if a woman respects you? She finds you attractive. If you're an attractive man, walk down the street and smiles, "Hey, ladies," they respect you. They're like, "Wow, this man's really, he's tall and handsome and he's attractive." You get instant respect. If you're a hot woman and you walk down the street and guys, "Oh, baby," they don't respect you. All right, they don't respect you. They're like, yeah, they're attracted to you. So attraction for women means respect. If a woman's attracted to a man, she respects him instantly. All right, assuming she doesn't know nothing about him, just from the visual. Now, a man gives attention. Attention and respect are two different things for men in a man's brain. Attention and respect are the same thing in a woman's brain. They think, "Oh, he gives me attention, he must respect me." No. He's giving you attention. Don't mistake that for respect. And vice versa, the man, giving the woman attention, not because he respects her, because, she's all right, like that. I'll tap that. I'll pull out on that. Get an abortion? Nah, it's your problem. That's just how it works. So women, don't confuse how men's brain works and how your brain works. Men go with a bit more logic and their dick. Women go more with feelings and the clip. That's just how it is. This is how it is. The way to a woman's heart is through her pussy. That's as simple as that. That's as simple as that. And a way to a man's heart is through your actions, through being a nice feminine woman. Simple as that. And a way to a man's brain is through his dick. Okay. So if you want to get a man to make choices in his head, then you use his dong. All right. If you want to get into his heart, then you be nice to him and you give him the love that maybe his mum gave him or didn't give him, etc. And that's how you really win a man over. That love from the heart. So you understand that men's brains are ran by their dong, women's hearts are ran by their pussy, women's brains are ran by their feelings. And there's a bit of logic there in a men's brain as well. So you just want, and this is fine. It's like there's not saying that men or women are at fault. That's just understanding it. It's like cats and dogs, men and women. Like when you can understand the differences, you can complement them and work with them and have compromise and tolerance and compassion and empathy, and then you have a better relationship. If you try and like put a man into a woman or a man, like I guess it's a little, as there's feminine men and masculine women, etc. For sure, there's little crossovers there, and you got the people have operations and do hormones and stuff, and that's fine. But just understanding that core principle there, the foundations, is going to set you up in life for how things can be if you want them to be. I hope that's insightful. Bit of a deep dive. Nobody on the internet that I'm aware of has talked about these discussions, and it's unfortunate. Like we need to talk about more about vasectomies, and they are a savior for the lifestyle, for the planet, for the animals, for everything, for your money, for your bank balance. If you got kids already, like 2's enough, 1's enough, or 10's enough, I'm done. Get a vasectomy. You deserve having stress-free sex with your significant other or your side guy, side girl. You deserve that, all right? And so I'm a huge fan of the vasectomy. Google up Dr. Snip, and don't believe the trolls internet. I had a vasectomy and I've got the pain syndrome thing. Like there's plenty of trolls out there that come from maybe various groups, belief systems out there, and they're on Facebook and they're like just trolling these vasectomy groups. Oh, they chopped off my dong and replaced it with a banana, or I'm in pain. Oh, just this nonsense out there, like talk to people that actually had a vasectomy, like real people face to face, what I mean? Maybe it's a family member or, some fuckboy in Kansas or just whatever, like people, like myself, who's singing from the rooftops, the benefits of vasectomy lifestyle. And I've had probably thousands of guys over the years get vasectomies from my content, and probably over 100 guys I know in person. All right, and everyone is going thumbs up, thumbs up. One guy did get a vasectomy, was loving it. He went back home to the US. No, he was in Thailand. Now I'm not making fun of this guy. I do find it amusing, but I'm not making fun. He told his mum that he got the vasectomy. His mum said, "You come back here now." I think he's living in Jersey or something. He flew back to Jersey, wherever it was, from Thailand, sold his bicycle, got his vasectomy reversed, and legend has it to this day he's still a virgin. He was on the right track, and then he listened to his mum. And I say, often mum has great advice. But if your mum says get your vasectomy reversed because she wants to be a grandma, and don't listen to mum. All right, mum knows best most of the time. But as your mums to get anti-vasectomy, don't even tell your mums. Just get it done. Be your own man. Actually, tell your mum. Say, "Mum, I'm my own man now. I'm over 18. I'm getting a vasectomy." No hard feelings. You've done a great job. This world's a bit different now. This is my choice. This is my body. I'm getting it done. Thanks, Mum. Love you still. And then change the subject to something else. Talk about gardening or flowers or whatever. Eddie Merckx, Columbus frames. That's the rant and the rave. Bit of an off tangent there. Bit of a deep dive. I just can't stress enough, women. You have the pussy, you have the power. And it's not like in a feminist way or like, yeah. It's just more about like, this is how it is, guys. This is how it is, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have sex with you, but the vasectomy, it gives me anxiety. I don't really enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, every woman I've ever been with, they just love the vasectomy. They're just like, wow, like they get addicted to it. And I can understand why. I had a lot of anxiety before I had my vasectomy because I was like, my friends were getting pregnant or having abortions or all this stuff, and one guy's paying child support. I'm like, I don't want to be a dad. Like, there's so much craziness in the world at the moment, and the financial aspect as well is huge. And so I had a lot of anxiety. And then I was with a lady who was a lot older than me, and she had had a hysterectomy, and a lovely, lovely lady. But the sex was really, really enjoyable, and I was like, wow, what's going on here? I was like, oh wow, there's many things going on that cause that, but the absence of anxiety of pregnancy, the pregnancy anxiety was just boom, gone. And so if you have that in your relationship, you might not even have that, be aware that you have that anxiety, but once that's removed, it's like you become, as the guy, very, very addictive because you provide this safe sex with the women who are attracted to you. And that creates a stronger bond. And it's just more a pleasurable experience for both people. I think sex should be fun, it should be safe, it should be comfortable. There shouldn't be, any dangers associated with it, especially like pregnancy and abortions and pull-outs. It's just, if you're pulling out on a chick, man, you do not respect her, man. All right? If a guy uses pull-out on you, he does not respect you. And assuming he's not, maybe some 15-year-old virgin guy, 18-year-old virgin dude who's like, I was pull out work, he's just inexperienced. But if the guy's experienced, he's been with more than a couple of girls, and he's using pull out on you, he does not respect you. Yeah, you can have abortion, you can do all that. A bit of pain, yeah, vacuum, yeah, nah. he doesn't respect you. Simple as that. Anyway, that's the deal. That is the video, and we'll see you soon. Pull out is for guys who don't respect women. Is really wrong.